Hello everybody, my name is Spoons Rattle. I'm reporting from a Games Workshop abandoned store, and this video is covering sort of a short guide on how I would personally start collecting Custodes, as this is a video that, despite the fact that I haven't collected them, I just felt I needed to make because of a reason we'll see here in a moment. But first, let's start with why you might want to collect Custodes. The Custodes are the golden-clad, most elite of humanity's forces, basically Space Marines, but even better, as they're made from the Emperor's gene seed and not the Primarch's. They are mainly a melee force. Their shooting is probably their weakest point, with slow-moving and durable units. All of them hit on 2s and will likely never run away because they all have insanely high leadership. I also believe they are the most elite army in the game, with their basic troops costing 45 points a model, which is obviously quite a lot. So, I believe the Custodes have one of the worst combat patrols, as it's just too many Sisters of Silence, which personally I don't really care about for playing Custodes. You get 10 of them, and you get like 8 Custodes. It's really just not a good balance. They're a subsection of anti-psychers that sort of hunt people and do stuff like that, but I just don't find them all that interesting compared to the actual golden armored Custodes. So this video is how I would start collecting. And I can prove that you can get way more points for barely any more money, literally about $5 more. And a place you could start is with the Codex, but in terms of models, I will touch on that in the next slide. So the first squad, I would, again, always using eBay discount sellers if you're trying to save as much money as possible. I personally like Flipside Gaming. You can get a box of Custodian Guard for $51. Same with the Virtus Praetors. So if you buy 2 boxes of the Custodian Guard and 1 box of Virtus Praetors, which are the jet bikes, for $153, assembling 2 of the Guardians as a Shield Captain and Vexillus Praetor, respectively, you get, at a minimum, 810 points. If fully kitted out, it could easily be more than that. And basically half of your army is done for the cost of a combat patrol. So now you can see why I don't particularly like the Custodes Combat Patrol. So then after that, I'd recommend buying another squad of bikes or a squad of Terminators, as you're going to need a second HQ, so you're going to need a different flavor of Shield Captain, whether that be a Terminator Captain or a bike. Personally, I'd probably go with the bikes first, because then you can run a squad of 5 bikes and turn the 6th one into a captain instead of having to buy, say, 2 boxes of Terminators, so you're not running a squad of 2 and then having 1 captain, though either way works. I mean, I love the Terminators, so I'd actually probably go with that. You could also get Trajan Valoris, who is a total monster, and also fills a mandatory attachment slot. And then really, the next steps are just to test your army out. You should have about 1,000 points by this point, and that's enough to do a few different builds, building around different stuff, and then build out more on the options you like to use, if it's lots of Terminators or if it's lots of bikes, or even Guardians if you like using them. So also make sure you experiment with the different shield hosts, as their colors are, no one knows them, so you can just say you're any shield host you want. And I know they technically do have color schemes, but I don't think anyone's that ornery about, oh, the Solar Auxilia, or whatever they're called. That's not their color scheme. That's the color scheme of the Dread host. So again, just make sure you experiment around and see what works and what doesn't, and what you want to build out towards more. So this is just sort of a fun example army list that's not really super competitive, but I think would be fun to play. So in the HQs, we have 1 Shield Captain and 1 Terminator Shield Captain. We have 1 squad of 10 Custodians with sword and shields. Then we have 2 3-man squads with spears and Misericordias. In the elites, we have 2 Vexillus Praetors, 1 with the Defensor, 1 with the Magnifica. Then we have the Vexillus Terminator with the Banner Imperius, and then 5 LR's Terminators with axes, and Misericordias, I forgot to put those. And then in fast attacks, you have 1 squad of 5 Virtus Praetors with salvo launchers. Now this is a pretty simple list. You have the 2 normal Praetors walk with the Custodians, and the Terminator with the Terminator, and the Shield Captains can pal along if they want. And then you have the Virtus Praetors with the salvo launcher for some ranged anti-tank, and the 2 small man Custodian squads just to do objectives and stuff like that. So, the Custodes are probably the easiest army to collect. I imagine if you were really smart about it, you could probably get an entire army for like $350, which is super cheap by Warhammer standards. And you could basically paint them with 3 paints, 1 for eyes and gems, 1 for the gold color, and then a different color for their weapons, and you'd pretty much be fine. No one would bat an eye. Um, so they're a really easy army to paint and a really easy army to collect. I think they're a great starter army, sort of like Space Marines, but even cheaper to collect. My name has been Spoons Rattling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And join the Discord server. We have a section for Custodes, so if you're a new Custodes player or you're an old Custodes player that wants to share wisdom or ask questions, try and join up there. I'm sure there will be people that will be happy to help. And you can use Tabletop Simulator to practice more without having to spend any money to see what units you like. Again, I've been Spoons Rattling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.